So, welcome to Blaze World. Normally we're at Samoan Joe's, but tonight, unfortunately, we are doing it from Zoom. But that's totally cool. We've got Sam with us tonight for the first time, and we'd like to welcome Matt. Hope you're all good, Matt.
Yeah, doing well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no. So, the weekend. So, how you feeling from it all? You all good?
Yeah, doing good. 3 games this week, so I'm just focusing on the recovery and getting ready to go again.
Yeah, definitely. It's a tough week, tough few days, weren't it? Really, in all fairness, with having the Wednesday game and then going to Manchester and then playing last night was really tough. To be fair on you guys, definitely, and we could tell it was taken out on you, like, because I think you were in the third. Well, actually, last night in the third, you really picked it up. In all fairness, but I could
Yeah,
see
yeah.
you definitely picked it up in the third. I could see a different team, couldn't you?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was
It was definitely a goalie battle for the first two periods between you and Owen.
Yeah, yeah, it was
yeah,
it was good. It seems like I mean, credit to Fife, obviously having, a bit of a tough year with the circumstances and everything that they've had to deal with, but the last 2 times we played them, they've really played well and testament to our character as well, third game of the week to be able to kind of find another gear in that third period and really bring it home. So
yeah, definitely. It was a tough one, and I was trying to keep calm in the stands because my nerves were going a little bit, and then I tried to keep calm at the referee because I'm not for the one for having a go. I don't normally have a pop at referees. I try and stay a little bit professional, a little bit just from a fan's point of view. But then there was a lot of fans by me really going for it, and I was thinking I was losing my temper at the start because I swear there was a foul on you at one stage. I really thought there was a foul on you, and then the referee stood there and looked like he was thinking about it for a while, like, do I make the call or not? And I was wearing my glasses last night. I took my glasses off and I went, do you just want to put them on, dude? Because you've missed that. And it was really doing my head in. Because he did a few, didn't he, last
Yeah,
night?
he did,
And
yeah.
I said that in our, because we did a little reaction to the action last night. And we were having a chat. And I was really upset with the refs that they should have called a few last night. What I was getting a little bit pissy about, and I try my best not to, because I know in the stands there's kids and everything, but when you're passionate about hockey, it's sometimes really difficult not to get too involved, and I really did. For the first time this season, I think I got too really involved with that referee, in all fairness. I don't know about yourself, but
Well, I'm of the idea that we need referees to have the game, so I like to give them a benefit of the doubt. We all make mistakes at the end of the day, so we just let them.
yeah, for sure. It's not, I mean, that's not really a job that I would want.
No, I
No,
definitely not.
definitely not.
I'd be too nervous to do that. No,
Yeah,
because I'd make too many mistakes, definitely. But
For-
fair play to them. That's what they have to do. It's their job. But
yeah.
in all fairness, at the end of the day, we won. We won a good game of hockey, and hopefully going into the next, wow, it's really, really important games, aren't it, coming up now with the next couple of weeks coming up.
Yeah.
How you feeling about them? But we've got, is it Cardiff on
Cardiff and
Saturday?
Sheffield, yeah. Tough
Sheffield,
games.
Sheffield on Sunday. Then the following weeks we've got back-to-back games against Panthers. So yeah, it's hard, but I kind of feel sorry for you a little bit though. I've said it to you a few times that you're putting in a good shift. You're in there week in week out, and I don't know how on earth you're not flagging and saying, "Give me a break, guys. Come on."
Yeah, how are you coping with all this ice time you seem to be getting at the moment? There's a lot of games come thick and fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of games, but honestly, I prefer it to watching.
Yeah,
Would
of course.
much rather have a say in the outcomes. And like I've said before in a couple interviews, just all I can control is my preparation and just trying to put my best foot forward. So like I said, I'd rather be out there. So it's been fun. It's been exciting. And like you said, we got a bunch of tough games coming up, but those are the ones that you get excited for. We've shown that, we can beat those teams. We've beaten all those teams already this year. So it's really coming down to crunch time here, trying to get as many points as possible, set ourselves up well for the playoffs, and
Yeah,
kind of just get rolling at the right time. It's all about who gets hot at the right time at this time of year. So,
yeah,
um,
Well, we showed it during
preparation,
the season,
is
didn't we?
of
key, and
course.
then
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
y-
We've got the mentality,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah, and just trying to be consistent and let everything control the controllables and don't worry about the rest. So.
Yeah, it is like with that mentality, it's definitely there because it just proves it at the start of the season. That, look where we were at the start of the season. We're in. I remember speaking to I think the first episode we did, I was speaking to Grayson and I was saying like, this is amazing where we were. We're in second place, and we were doing teams over like the Steelers. Like, from our point of view, being Coventry fans,
Yes, it's nice to
it's
get
nice to
over
do.
them.
It's always nice to get one over on them. Definitely, we have a nice little bit of banter with them, and when they come to the Sky Dome, it's great. And especially when we beat them at the Sky Dome, it's great. It's even better when we beat them at their
It's
place.
been few and far between over the last few years, put it that way.
Yeah, so it's been really good to see and look at the teams. When we played Panthers, that was my by far, what was it? The first time we had the Nottingham Panthers come to us at the start. Was it in the mid? When was it? The start of the season? It was the second October, weren't it? And we beat them, and it was great because the atmosphere in there, and even on Kev's face, it was great because when he came out, he started swinging.
Yeah.
He was loving
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I was so happy for him. I was really chuffed for him. I was thinking, this is great. I love to see that. That was and the atmosphere in there was absolutely buzzing. I could see everyone was happy. And yeah, that was my highlight so far this season. Just seeing Kev just swinging the tiger and mental. I was like, just seeing the passion, and I like seeing that. And
Yeah, for
I've
sure.
got a lot of Nottingham fans who are our friends, and to have a bit of banter with them after and stuff. But then obviously they've given us quite a lot over the years, and obviously recently they've gave it luck. So I play in a team who have got a lot of Nottingham fans, and they give me quite a lot of stick.
Yeah, sorry about the New Year's Eve game. I bet you they let you know about that
That's a
one.
night where we always want to forget. Where I think everybody involved, fans, players, it was a tough watch. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that one sucked.
Yeah, that one really did suck, did it? I think everybody felt exactly the same. Even you were playing, but even us was like, I didn't even make that game. In the end, I was supposed to have gone to that game, and I literally turned around to Laura, my wife, and I'm so sorry to say this, but I'm so glad I didn't go. And all my mates were like, yeah, that was a tough watch. But then all the fans, like the guys who I was supposed to have gone with, were like, we still stuck around though. We still kind of sung and got behind the team no matter what. And I thought, well, that's what you've got to do. But the only reason I didn't make it, I think when I spoke to you, I was really ill with the flu, so bad for weeks, and I was just recovering from it. And I was like, I don't think it's a good idea if I should go because I think I'll just pass it to absolutely everybody. But and then I think then we played them on the Sunday, and we did lose again, but
Yeah.
we were a different team on that Sunday altogether. And I don't know how you feel about it, like compared to playing at Nottingham or when you play at Sheffield. And I was speaking to the other guys about it, and like it's totally different, surely, with like the ice and stuff because we've got a smaller ice and it's adjusting to that and stuff. So it is. It must be. I don't know if it must be a little bit difficult for you guys to. I don't know if it's got to that point now where you're used to it, but do you still feel when you go to like teams, like when you go to Steelers or when you go to Nottingham, do you still feel like it's different, or have you got to that point now where you're like, oh, we're used to this now, so we know what to expect?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, as a goalie, like the only thing that really changes is like kind of time and space.
Yeah,
The zones are a little bit bigger, which means obviously there's a little more space for guys to make plays. The pucks, whether depending on the rink that you're on, they're either coming to you a little bit quicker, the plays are a little bit faster, passes are a little bit, shorter distances. So you kind of just have to play the angles a little bit differently. But um, in terms of like as a team, I think everyone's kind of, played on whether it be Olympic sheet or NHL size sheet, enough in their careers at this point that it's just another game of hockey. Both teams have to deal with it. It's really just about managing the zones, obviously trying to limit mistakes,
yeah,
turnovers, things like that. And to me, just keeping the puck out of the net. The nets are the same size, so just
yeah,
keeping the puck out, and yeah, pretty much it. I mean, like I said, it's just another game of hockey.
yeah.
Obviously, when we do go to those rinks, it's great because it's a little bit warmer.
I totally agree.
I've heard about the coldness of the Sky Dome.
It's a little bit warmer. I love the Sky Dome. That's home right now, but uh, uh, yeah, playing in those big stadium arenas is a lot of fun. Obviously, a lot of fans, a lot of noise, and there's passion for the game in this country, which
Yeah,
is fantastic.
yeah,
And like you said, the supporters who do come out and support us on the road, like they're loud. We can hear them, and we really appreciate it.
and that's what I think we like at the Sky Dome when you mention that, like That's why I've got a season ticket, and my season ticket is in the stands. But I refuse. Don't know why. I don't know why I always get a seat every year, but I'm always standing at the front, and that's what I like about the Skydome. That I like to get involved in the action as best as I can. I like to be right by the glass, see everything, shouting, getting involved, and
Bashing the glass.
I like, yeah, bashing the glass when we score and when you come out. And I like the atmosphere in there, and that's why, like for myself personally, it is like home for me because when we go to these away games as fans, like when we go to like Nottingham, we are recently what they've been doing is they've been putting mixed fans together.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a problem. We have a little bit of banter with each other, what's great, but sometimes I know when we played them at the start of the season, the first time we played Nottingham, we had there were only one row across from us, and obviously they beat us, and we were cheering as we do. And there's one guy who was really giving it, like he was like being deadly serious though, like really serious, like giving it, and he was giving out gestures, fingers to us a lot. And I
Yeah.
was like, and I was like, dude, come on, you just beat us, you know? And he was like really going for us, and some of them was literally giving a few, some of our fans were giving it back, and it did get a little bit heated.
It's all right when it's friendly.
It's all right when it's friendly, but it did get a little bit heated. I could see, and you rarely see it. But it did get a little bit heated in the moment, and it's different. Like when we go to away games, it is different. But that's why I love when we have those home games, how the team is very close to not only how we're close to the players. You just feel like you're part of something in that team, even when
Yeah.
playing. If that makes sense. But you're in the stands, so
Yeah, I'm sat in the seats, keep my legs nice and warm.
You've got a photo, by the way.
As warm as they can. As warm as they can be.
Yeah, exactly. You've got a photo, by the way. I don't know if
I
you
was
wanted
going
to
to
bring
say,
this up.
actually, I was looking earlier on when I found out I was going to be doing this, and there's an awesome photo of you in a Minnesota Wild jersey with a nice big black eye. How did that come about?
Yeah, so that one, yeah, that one went pretty viral when it happened. The story, I wish I had a better story for you, honestly, but it was the rookie tournament in Traverse City, Michigan. I started the first game of the tournament, and then the second game, the other goalie played, and it would have been my first ever game on the bench in professional hockey, where as the backup, you don't have to wear your helmet. And so I had a ball cap on for the first time and I think we're on the penalty kill, and they dumped the puck in, went behind our net. Someone was changing. I opened the door, looked the wrong way, looked back, and there's just a puck coming straight into the bench, hit me right in the face.
Oh no.
And I just kind of it was just such a weird feeling. I was like, oh, that didn't feel good. And I turned around, and the trainer was like, oh yeah, you're cut. So I was bleeding. Went in, got stitches, and I was laying on the table in my full gear, getting stitched up. Um, Ended up making it back for the game. I opened the door for overtime,
Yeah.
which was good. But yeah, not the greatest story in the world. Basically, I took my eye off the
Here's me
puck and
hoping
got
for you involved in a goalie fight.
no, I took my eye off
Just
the
like,
puck and got
That's a
smoked.
good question. Have you ever been in a goalie fight
all been close.
or ever been close? Yeah.
With another goalie, no, never been close. The only time I ever I'm sure you guys see it in the games. I'm pretty chilled. I'm pretty
Yeah,
relaxed.
you are.
Yeah.
You are. Yeah.
Pushing and shoving in front of me. The guys do a good job protecting me. But the closest I've ever been was probably a few years ago. Playing back in North America, one of our younger guys was getting jumped. Kind of blind, like he was kind of getting, it wasn't a fair fight, essentially,
Yeah.
put it that way. And so I kind of just jumped in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe the other goalie might come down, but I kind of just jumped in the middle of it and was like, I was telling this old vet, I was like, "What are you doing, man? Like, this is a young
Yeah.
kid. You know better than that." So I kind of just tried to break that up because the refs were nowhere to be found at that point. The play was going back up the ice. Um, I don't know why. That's not really me, but I wasn't throwing punches or anything. But yeah, I just felt like I felt like I had to step in on that one. That's probably the closest I've ever been, honestly. Like I'm not much of a fighter at all.
I was going to say the same about Mikey Kennedy. He's not. At the start of the season, I was like, he ain't much of a fighter. And then all of a sudden, I keep seeing him now getting involved a little bit more, and I love it. I love seeing it.
Oh, it's crazy. You see him off the ice, he's the nicest guy
Yeah, yeah.
on the
Always got a
planet.
smile on. He's
He's
always
like
got a smile.
always smiling, always cheerful, always chilled out. And then on the ice, he just flips a switch and he's
Yeah.
just like he can
As of lately, I've seen that where
yeah,
at
he
the
can do
start
it
of the
both
season,
ways.
at the start of the season, I didn't see it as much, but lately I was like, oh my God, he's getting into it a little bit more
There was a
now.
really loud cheer at that game against Manchester where he got Derflinger with that uppercut.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
even the players on the pitch on the ice were cheering for that one as well.
Yeah, that was quality. Yeah, it was a mad one, but lately he's definitely he's coming in. I think he's settling definitely a little bit more each game. I see that quite a lot. And then obviously seeing him get his first pro goal was pretty damn cool, and the atmosphere was awesome for him. And seeing even you guys reacting to it was pretty cool. Seeing you all run over to him and his smile
Yeah.
on his face, it was quality. That was a great game. That was. So I was
Game
happy.
winner in overtime is a hell of a way to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, definitely. So I was so happy for him, and I've got Mikey next in the next podcast, so that's going to be something we definitely need to talk about. But in terms of like Coventry, because I always ask this story, how you finding it?
Yeah, it's good.
As in like the city and being actually around in the UK. Is anything what's took your eye where you've really enjoyed, like something in the UK you've loved doing, and you like to keep doing, or
Yeah, I mean, I have it's my first time in the UK, but I have roots here. My mom grew up in Wales, so I was excited to come over. I haven't been able to really go obviously travel around that much. We get days off and I just kind
yeah,
of try and recover and rehab
of
and take care of
course,
my body, but definitely looking forward to the end of the year with the opportunity just being over here that I can go, see as much of the country as I can. And
yeah,
in terms of Coventry, like really just it's similar to like obviously it's not like Toronto. Obviously, it's a huge city. But
yeah.
like people talk about the weather. The weather's it's winter. You know what I mean? Like it's hockey season.
You'll
It's
get
gonna
used
be
to that.
it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. The days are short. Like that's winter. It's hockey
It
season.
gets it
So
gets better in summer a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah, no, I'm used to it. So it's been great. And like just my favorite part has been, kind of the warm welcome. I mean, it's not really a welcome anymore. I've been here a few months,
Yeah,
but the people have just been fantastic. The support for the team has been great. The
yeah,
fans really let you know that they're fans, which is
yeah, of
which is
course, yeah,
great. They're with us through the ups and downs of a long season, and they really make us want to play hard, which is
yeah,
important. Like I said, the Sky Dome is home.
yeah,
They make it loud, they make it fun to get in there every single weekend, and that's got to be my favorite part as well. And then just on top of that, like I'm a big food guy, so there's tons of just tons
yeah,
of food options
yeah.
around. I'm like a 2-minute walk from the city center, so I'm always walking around. If I'm hungry, I'll just go. Like I have no idea what I want to eat. I'll just go until something catches my eye. It's
Have
it's
you had
good.
the Greg sausage roll yet? That's the big question.
People always ask me about Greg's. I mean, I just get the coffee there when we're on the road, but I guess I'm gonna have to try this sausage
Yeah,
roll.
Sausage rolls, yeah.
back
I,
there.
I haven't I haven't yet to answer the question.
Yeah,
No, I
I
haven't
would.
yet.
They are good. They are good. Somewhat, what was it? Did you see it on social media? That girl calls it. I don't know if you said GRX.
GRX, yeah.
But where
GRX.
was she
I think she's from America.
She was from America, and she was saying you've got to come out and try GR Greg's or something. And I was like, no, it's called Greg's, just Greg's. And then, but it is Greg's sausage roll. You definitely got to do it.
GR eggs.
She's
I
calling it
just got
GR
that.
eggs.
No, it's just Greg's.
It's just Greg's. Yeah, but what is that? There's a place where I haven't really because I don't live actually in Coventry. I live about I travel to every game about 45 minutes to an hour.
Hmm.
But like there's every time I always drive through the city. I don't know if you've been there. There's a steakhouse, and I always see it. There's a little steakhouse, and it looks so cute.
Is it right by the roundabout?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I haven't been there yet, but I have heard good things.
I've heard good
Forget what
things,
it's
and I always want
called.
to try
If you
there.
want a good steakhouse, you want to go Hickory's.
Hickories.
Up by
Yeah,
the
yeah. I've heard
pass.
of hickories.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I
Especially.
love I love a good steak.
Yeah, yeah. Me
Who
too.
doesn't? Who
But
doesn't?
no, but then everyone, I bet you go to Spoons quite a bit, surely.
A little bit, yeah.
I know
We like to.
Grayson does. Keeps telling me about the breakfast roll.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was a picture that got sent into our group the other day. It might have been last week or the week before. There was like 8 of them there after practice for breakfast, and there was like 15 breakfast wraps on the table. Unbelievable. It's really good. That's one of my go-tos for sure. Just going there and hanging out with the guys after practice. It's
Yeah, I bet.
fantastic. They
Yeah.
take care of us there. They're good people.
So NHL teams you follow? Well, who do you follow?
Obviously my favorite team is the Leafs.
He understands
Just
hockey, like it.
being a hometown kid. That's who I cheer for.
Cool.
But I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan.
Yeah.
I love the sport, so seeing highlights and following along, and I got a ton of friends in the league too, so it's always cool to see how they're doing and share experiences. They're always curious about how life in Europe is. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's cool. Like I said, I'm just a fan. I love it all the way through.
Yeah.
What was it like when you were able to sign that deal with Minnesota? How did it make you feel?
Yeah, it was a childhood dream come true. Something you work your whole life for. So that feeling was incredible. And getting to be with the team for a few months, that first year right out of college was amazing. Obviously practicing with guys that you watched on TV growing up, and um, yeah, like you can't really put that into words. It was just such a
Yeah.
cool
Cool.
experience. Try to take everything I could from that, and just continue to apply it to my career moving forward. Yeah, it was great, unbeliable.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
What made you want to be a goalie then? What was that? Just the
Yeah,
position you jumped into straight away, or?
I'm not really sure.
you can
I'm not
skate
sure.
though,
I'm
can't
not
you?
sure. I'm not sure why I wanted to be a
That's in the
goalie,
skate.
but I remember just in like in house league when you're starting out, where everyone just signs up and plays on whatever team you get assigned to. I always remember a lot of kids not wanting to go in net, as we all took turns, and I would always volunteer to take their turn.
Yeah.
And then one day I just ended up going in net, not to I don't think it was very much to my parents' liking, but ended up going in net, and it worked out. It just stuck, and I never came out.
Yeah. I bet it. Well, no wonder your parents weren't happy because I bet it's so expensive to be a goalie.
Yeah.
Not only the hit,
Yeah,
so expensive.
yeah. The gear is one thing, but I think more so the stress. I think my mom still watches through her fingers, so.
No, I don't think I'm like him. Definitely.
No, yeah.
I think we do sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go, whoa, that's a nasty shot. But
Yeah, yes. I mean, sometimes they hurt, but obviously, I love it. You get the opportunity to really be the man, when you're playing well. So it's always a good feeling, especially when the buzzer goes. We get the 2 points, and everyone comes and gives me a little head tap. It's a great feeling.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we all like it. We love it.
Yeah. I do like a good goalie battle, I'm not going to lie. Especially last night, them first two periods, seeing you make the saves. They know we make the saves at the other end.
Yeah,
Yeah. Those are the fun games for sure.
yeah. And I think we could have got a bit more last night, couldn't we? Deep down, there was loads of opportunities where we could have gone even further. Especially in that third period, it was. I thought we were going to get 7 or 8 at one point. I thought, bloody hell, have we not put that one away? Have we done that? And I was like, come on. But it was. But then Owen he had a great shift as well.
He's a good
Yeah,
goalie.
he's a great goalie, and
Good goalie.
I actually think he's so underrated.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people. That's why I feel I do. I know I have a soft spot for Fife. I really do. I feel
Yeah.
for him. I think because did they only have two? Like, was it 2 lines last night? Did they have two?
I think they went 9 and I think they were 9 and 5. So they had 3 lines, 5D, which obviously is a little bit shorthanded.
Yeah.
And I think that probably, helped with us kicking it into gear in the third. Maybe they
Yeah,
ran us
definitely. Because I think
whatever it
they
was,
were probably
but
getting tired.
like you said, we had opportunities to score. That's hockey. It doesn't always go that
Yeah,
way,
of
but
course, yeah.
the floodgates opened up, and obviously, like my roommate gets one driving the net. It's fantastic to see. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, definitely. And like you say, like because they are short-handed, and that's why that's why I feel for them a little bit because
Oh, we need teams in the league to be able to have a league to
yeah,
watch,
of course,
so
yeah.
we wish them all the best.
I just want the best for them, and I love Johnny, who's in charge there now. He used to play for the Blaze as well. He used to play for us, and I have a lot of respect for him, and I really just want him to do well there. And not only that, I think for himself because he had a massive injury, hasn't he? And that's why
Yeah.
he's coaching now, and
Mhm.
for the best. So, and it's the same with with our man who's out injured now. So it's we've got to pull our socks up, haven't we, and do what we can. So
Yeah, it's an opportunity for other guys to step up, which
yeah, definitely, and that's what we got. We got Zach in. What's great to see.
yeah, it's
I
cool.
actually get excited when I was actually saying this to you all. I always get excited to see Zach play. I really do.
I'm
He's a
looking
good
forward to
player. He's a
that.
good player. We're very fortunate to have him, obviously, as the assistant coach, but
Exactly.
ultimately
Yeah.
to be able to put them on and put the skates back on and get in the lineup, no rust. Like
I
he's
like
been
him a
great.
lot. I remember when he first started playing, I got so excited. I remember coming home after the game, and I was on my phone, and I went to go online to buy a jersey because I've got loads of jerseys, and I thought I'm gonna get a Zach jersey. I'm gonna do it. No one else has got one. I'm gonna get one. Went online,
Yeah.
I was like, I can't. And then my wife turned around and goes, personalize it. And so I got it personalized, and everyone was like seeing me at the last game, and they were like, how did you do that? I was like, I just personalised it. And he's like, isn't he number 2? I was like, no, he's number 14 now. It's
Yeah.
14 now, so we're keeping it. But no, I'm really happy to see him play. I'm really excited about it. Have you got any questions? Anything before I ask any of these other questions?
The only one is, I like to find out these. Who's your favourite player of all time?
Oh, that's a good question.
Um, tough question. My hero growing up, as a goalie was Carey Price. Try to model my game after him. He was, just unbelievable in Montreal for all those years. Just the way he plays, the style he played with. Like I fell in love with watching him play. So if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Carey Price. I think a lot of goalies would probably say the same thing. But when I was really young, obviously growing up watching the Leafs, like Matt Sundin was the man, the
Yeah.
captain of the team. He was fantastic, and like just those old school Leafs teams just had so many guys. Even like Ty Domi throwing the knuckles, like Darcy Tucker getting in the mix, like just so many guys. So yeah, but if I had to pick one, it'd be Carey Price.
That's not bad at all. Not bad. But I was going to say, something's gone in my head now. I was going to ask you a question. It's completely gone. So there you go. So you wouldn't turn to New York Rangers then, would you?
I mean, they got a
Soft
good
spot
goal.
for them. I asked everybody, has anybody in the team? But isn't it? Is it Nick? Is it Nick Sykes who likes New York Rangers? I swear someone told me he did, and I need to speak to him about it. Is it?
He might.
I think
I'm
he's a
not
New York.
entirely
Is he?
sure.
Is he
I
actually
think
from
he's a
New
New York
York? He's a
lad.
New
Yeah,
York
yeah.
lad, isn't he? And that's so. I wanted to ask him that. I've been meaning to ask him if he's a New York fan, but no soft spot for the New York Rangers.
I mean, a little bit. One of my teammates from college is a defenseman there, so
Yeah.
I like to see him do well. So if they're winning, he's winning, which is a good thing.
That's all right then. No, that's my little team. That's my little NHL team. I literally get up at silly o'clock in the morning in the UK just to watch them. I am a pretty much diehard fan from the UK. Someone's got to. Someone's got it from the UK. I literally get up at silly o'clock to just watch their games. And right now, being a fan for New York at the moment is really hard. It's really, really difficult to be a New York Rangers fan right now because we're just getting battered. But we won last night, and it's always good. I always notice if New York win and then Coventry win, it makes my day. But Saturday, I had a really bad weekend with sport because I also follow football, what we obviously probably class you as soccer. So my football team was bad. The hockey in Manchester we lost, and then the New York Rangers lost. And I thought, oh, it's a hat trick of bad games for me at the weekend. I was pretty disappointed, but hey ho. Have you been to a soccer game?
Yeah. I
You
went
guys have.
probably the first couple of weeks we were here. I went to a Cub City game, which
Yeah,
was cool. Yeah, it was great. I think they were playing in like the Carabao Cup or something like that.
that was it. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that was a cool experience. I've been to other ones in other countries as well.
Oh,
But I definitely want to check a Premier League game off the list eventually.
Villa together.
I got Lucci went to the Aston Villa game, and because before we did our podcast, I said I seen you at the Villa, and he was like, "Yeah, man, it was awesome." And I was like, "Is that your first experience of Premier League football?" And he went, "Oh, I've been to a few," and he said it was a great atmosphere. And luckily, every time Lucci's been to a Villa game, Villa have won. I said, "You need to start turning up." But Grayson as well was saying to me he wants to go to a Premier League game, and I was like, "We need to do a Villa game. Like, you need to." I said, "You're more than welcome to come with me because I love going down the Villa. And if you want to see a Premier League team, okay, they're not the best in the league. I shouldn't really say that. They are like Well, they're doing well, aren't they?
Mhm.
I have to give them credit. They're a team where they've always finished near the bottom lately, but this last couple of seasons we've been doing really, really well. So it's and
Hmm.
we're in the Champions League now. It's good, so we get to play, some really good teams, and we're doing really good. So I'm happy with that. But no, I'm going to go on to these silly questions, what the fans always ask. So that's why I only say silly because some of them just make me laugh. Some of the things that people ask me, and I thought I don't like changing them because I like to see different people, players' response. Have you got one before I ask away?
I've already asked my sausage roll question.
Your sausage roll question. So I'm only looking down. I am being rude. I'm looking down just because I've got them all on my phone because I saved them all. Which one? I'm just trying to find the one. So actually, this is one what I actually made. So far, what's the highlight been since been at the Blaze? Like playing a game against. What's the all like highlight? I feel like. Is there any games you've played where you've been like that's been a highlight game for me?
Um, yeah, I mean, there's been a few. I think every win is special for different reasons, obviously. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably be the one earlier in the year. I think it was the first time we were in Belfast. We ended up pulling out a win. I made a save with like about 20 seconds left to kind of secure the win, and I would just pick that one because that was the game I took a skate to the neck.
Yeah,
So
man.
I was
Yeah.
so I got stitched up after the first period, and it was a little scary, but ultimately stayed in and pulled out a win. So that one was special. If I had to pick one, yeah.
Was that the one where you got? Was that the same one where you got stuck over there? You got
Yeah,
stuck
the
over
guy
there.
they scored on the play. Goal shouldn't have counted because
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
I got dragged out of the net, but the guy's skate came up and got me
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right on the neck. So couple stitches and right back in.
Jesus. Yeah, I remember that one.
Mm.
But I don't know if that was the one where I was supposed to have gone to that one. And I don't know if I dodged a bullet because I don't know if that's the one where you
Yeah.
guys got stuck. We had that storm.
Yeah, it was.
It
Yeah,
can
it
happen.
was.
And we were
Yeah,
supposed to play
Sunday.
Cardiff on the Sunday, and I was like, and that's happened to me twice this year because I was supposed to have gone to Belfast last weekend, and I had my tickets, and then we had the storm on the Friday, and then like a lot of people I was going with were like they were going on the Friday, and all their flights got cancelled, and I was thinking, do I go and risk it and gamble it? But then I thought, oh, what do I do? And then it came to the Saturday, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And I bailed because luckily I did because our flight on the Sunday did get cancelled, so I would have been stuck over there. So thank God for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was we took advantage. We hung out as a team and obviously enjoyed Belfast, so it was cool.
Yeah. So where else am I going to ask you now? There was one on here and one more I want to ask. I'm going to leave that one till last. Let's have a look. I'm trying to pick out some really good ones. I'm going to pick this one. Someone actually did a new one today, didn't they? If you could play, I don't even know what I put here. If you could play in any game, if you could play in any game in history, which one would you choose? If you could play any game in history, that's not a bad question.
In hockey?
Yeah, in hockey, if you could play in any game in history,
Um, it would pro it would probably have to be Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals this year. The one come
yeah,
if it goes to Game 7, I think that's the one that every kid who plays hockey would like to be playing in. In past tense, it would probably be I think what was it, 2010 Vancouver Olympics, Canada gold medal, Crosby overtime goal.
yeah.
Seen the
Just
video of
being
that
being
so
a
many
I
times.
think all of us have, haven't we? We've seen that video quite a lot.
being a part of that would have been just incredible. Gold medal on home soil. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it gets any better than that. Um, yeah, other than those two, I'm not entirely sure. Probably just be the next one.
Yeah. So food wise, I've just checked at this one. Is there anything you miss food wise from like home?
Uh, just
I know
my
you're a
mom's
food.
cook.
You just said you're a foodie, so I'm thinking,
Yeah, just my mom's cooking. My dad's too. Like he's a great chef as well. So, probably just the only thing I miss food wise would be sitting down with my family and eating and talking and just hanging out. Not really missing anything. There's like I said, there's tons of options here.
yeah.
Um, Always mixing it up, trying different things. So,
So who is the funniest in the changing room?
oh, that's a tough one. Everyone. everyone's funny in their own way. I couldn't give that to one guy. That this is
There's a lot of you.
this is a great team. Like a really really good team, really good group. Very lucky to be a part of it. Like going to the rink every day, we're always laughing and smiling. Not everyone's gonna be the funniest all the time, but there's always someone cracking jokes, so
Yeah,
it's great.
cool. So top three dinner guests, anyone in the world. It could be your family. It could be celebrity. If you could invite anyone to a dinner guest.
Um,
Everybody struggles with this one. And everyone I've spoke to so far have come up with the same question so far. So this will be interesting.
In the world to
yeah,
think
I
of.
mean,
Yeah.
my mom and dad would be up there.
Yeah.
Obviously, two of my
Big
favorite
flag.
people in the world. And if I had to throw in a third, um, I don't want to leave anyone out. Like it would be my entire family. If I had to have dinner with anyone for the last time, it would be my family for sure. But I think a cool one would have been my granddad. I never got to meet him.
Oh,
He unfortunately passed away before I was born, but just the stories I get from my dad.
yeah.
He just seemed like a great guy. And if he raised my dad, he must have been. So I think having dinner with him would be really cool.
Awesome. That's what everybody says, you know. I like that. Everyone answers me like family. I love it. Um,
Yeah.
so, oh, what was it now? Superstitions, have you got any? Do you do anything before a game? What you have to do? Because I know I asked Lucci about this one because I don't know if you see it and I see it all the time and I love it and I respect the hell out of it is he's the last one on that ice and he stays on that ice and he waits for every single one. Last night was a really good one because as you were doing the warm up, Archie was literally talking to a fan, and he literally was still standing around the ice, waiting. And I was thinking, I bet he's thinking, "Come on, just get off the ice, I want to go." And then
Yeah.
Archie came, and then Will was taking a photo with somebody, and he was still there waiting, and me and Laura were going, "Bless him, look at him waiting just for his team to come back on." And I asked him, and I said, "Is that a superstition?" He goes, "Nah, I just like doing it. It's just something he does."
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't really have any superstitions. I just consider it routine at this point. If something happens or doesn't happen, it's not gonna affect the way I think about the game or be like, oh, I
Yeah,
can't play well if this doesn't happen. It's just routines though, right? Like
yeah,
I put my right skate on first. That's just how it goes. It's
yeah,
sometimes I'll try and like switch it up and do things differently just to, prove to
yeah.
myself it doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, no, it's just routine. Like it just do the same warm up, usually get dressed around the exact same time. Uh, one thing I do that no one else on the team, I brush my teeth before the games.
Okay.
I don't know why, it just makes me feel fresh.
Yeah,
It's like when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth
yeah,
and
yeah.
it helps wake you up. So I don't know if that goes into it.
No, you're like,
Yeah,
unless
no,
this one kicks off on you, you ain't got a bad breath, have you?
yeah, no, for
If it
sure,
does
for sure.
happen, you're like, back off, man, I got a good breath.
Oh yeah, always camera ready.
Yeah, you never know. Which one was I going to ask? That was a good one. I've already asked that. Have you got one prepared while I'm looking or not?
Me? No,
Yeah,
not
no.
got me.
Oh, I know. If you wasn't a hockey player, what do you think you would have ended up doing?
That's another good question. I feel like a pretty standard answer is golf. Um,
I think you all say that. I swear someone else has said
it's just
that.
it just seems like one of the chillest jobs in the world. You're always in, nice
Yeah,
places.
yeah,
You get to your job is going to the golf course, which we do for fun anyways. So, obviously, I think it would have to be another sport. I'm a competitor, so
yeah.
it would have to be something competitive. Yeah, I think golf would be cool, especially with these live deals. Those would be pretty nice to sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice bit of money flying around at the moment.
See,
Yeah.
I'm awful at golf. I've tried and I'm just terrible. I
Yeah,
get
I'm not a player by any means. I just
yeah,
I enjoy going out there and, I like to say if I don't play well, I just get to play a little bit extra.
yeah, yeah.
Hit a few extra shots.
Who would be your dream line mates then? If you could be in any team with like any player, who would you be like, like to line up next to? It could be anyone like NHL. That could be anywhere.
I would back up Carey Price all day.
Of course. Yeah.
eventually, as a young kid, I would back him up and then eventually take over.
Yeah. I like that answer. Fans. No, that's something else. We don't want to ask that. I'm trying to think. Have you got anything on here you want to ask? You've got your glasses on.
Yeah, I can read for
I
a
haven't got
change.
my glasses on. I'm literally taking ages just doing this, squinting. I can't. There they are.
There's a good one. So it doesn't have to be the Blaze, but who's the favourite team you've played for in your career?
That's a great question as well. I think every team I've played for, I've been proud to play for. I played for the Toronto Marlboros as a young kid for 7 years. It's like the premier minor hockey organization in the city of Toronto. So that was fantastic. Played with some incredible players over those few years. Um, Playing out in British Columbia was incredible for another great team in Penticton. The people really make it special. And then I think probably, I mean, one of my favorite teams I ever played for had to be my college team in Minnesota. Just because you're so proud to represent your school and those colors. So yeah, Minnesota, and then obviously signing for the Wild, playing there was
Yeah.
that was a childhood dream too. So and then yeah, even here in Coventry, like it's just getting to play the game that you love, and like I said, the people really make it special. So I've been lucky to play with some great players, great coaches, and have great fans the whole way through. So
So who's been the most talented player you've ever played with?
McDavid.
McDavid.
Oh yeah.
That was an easy
That was
answer.
an easy answer, isn't it? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah, he'll go down as one of the greatest of all time. So
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. What's it been like? This is probably one of my questions, but what's it like under Kev being, because it's his first season as well, so it's like it's all new in a sense, it's all still new for everybody involved. So being obviously having Kev in charge, what's it like, being coached by him and learning from him?
yeah, it's great. He's a really good coach and a really chill guy. And obviously with him being a goalie in his career, I think he kind of understands my position a little bit better than some others might. But no, he's great. He does well to get the boys prepared and pumped up, and even when things aren't going well, he seems to kind of have that calming attitude of like we're in this together.
Yeah.
We can get through anything. We can beat anyone, and I think he's instilled that belief in the team. So he's done a great job in his first year as a head coach. And yeah, the future is really bright for him.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's great to have him as well, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
breath
of fresh air.
it has been a breath of fresh air, definitely. So it's been nice to see. It's been nice to see for everything, hasn't it? From a fan's point of view, like it has been nice to see all these changes come through, and I like the whole. Well, what I've said to everyone I spoke to so far on here, and I like it. I don't know if you saw it at the start of the season. A lot of teams around us were, really doubting us. I feel like but there was like loads of polls going over where do you think Coventry are going to finish,
Yeah, it's finishing last.
and they had us
Dead
everybody when they were
last.
doing that table. They had us at rock bottom,
Yeah.
and when we were at a point, I remember when we were in second. I said, "Who wants to bet against us now?" And everyone was like jumping on me, like giving me some hands. And I was loving
Yeah.
it. And even still now, though, we're not at the bottom, and and we've proved, what, the players we've got. We've proved that the mentality's there, and we've proved that we can beat anybody on our day. So there.
Yeah.
This is the last question. This is the one what I save this one till last because I always find it the best. Is if a movie star could play you, who could play you?
Oh man. Um, I don't know. I've never thought about that. Probably who would play a good goalie?
Yeah, now you got me thinking. Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I think
That is a difficult question especially for a goalie.
yeah, I don't know if any of these actors could skate.
Yeah, we have to have someone who has to do it like someone has to do the what's it for them? What they called? What they called now? The guys who do it for them.
Oh,
The stuntman. You have to have a
yeah.
stuntman, don't
A
you, to do it?
stuntman, yeah. I don't know if I have like a Hollywood doppelganger that like I was trying to think of who like even looks like me. I'm not entirely
The
sure.
only
I
reason
think
I asked that question because it was just on the first episode. I had to do it because I know everyone was giving Grayson some stick. because
Oh yeah,
for the
Miles
top,
Teller.
yeah, straight away. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why I did
yeah.
it to him because he was when I asked him the question, he was like, "You don't even need to ask." He literally said, "You don't even need to ask me, do you?" And I was like, "I didn't deliberately do because I know what you're going to come out with." And he's like, "Yeah, everybody keeps giving me stick for it since I started." So it was pretty funny to kind of put him on the spot. There was one what I asked Lucci actually was, if you were in the circus, what do you think you would do?
Probably be like a lion tamer or something.
He came out with he was a juggler. He said I'd be one of the juggling guys or whatever. And then he
Yeah,
said he could actually juggle. So I don't know if he can.
I can juggle. Yeah.
So yeah, but no. I just want to say thank you though. I know we've been saying for a while we're going to get this going, and I know we haven't done it in person, but at least we've got it. You know, we've got you on. We've got to have a chat with you. I've managed to get Sam.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Absolute
it's been a
pleasure.
pleasure because I've been dying to get you on here and having a chat with you and stuff. And I know I've seen you in the bar a few times, and I've just said, look, we'll get this done. And so I really appreciate your time because I know you're busy and with everything you got with lots of fixtures. And I know we were going to do it over Christmas, but with me getting ill and then the Christmas period was crazy, and then you guys went on a nice break. What I saw the photos looked pretty damn nice where you
Pretty
went.
cool. Yeah,
I
pretty
was
cool.
like pretty jealous. I was like, that's pretty cool, that is. So fair play to you. And
Yeah.
no, I hope everything goes okay because I know you're back studying and stuff, aren't you? So
Yep. Yep. Back in second semester university. Took a good.
what are you studying?
I'm doing internet. I'm getting my master's degree in international business.
Oh wow, fair play.
Yeah. So
Nice.
kind of just adding another level on top of my my undergraduate from Minnesota. It's been cool. Me and Aldi are in class together. Kennedy's at school as well.
Oh
So it's yeah, it's been good. It's something to keep the mind busy.
yeah,
We have obviously it's a pretty packed schedule. We got some every day, but some of the days, you're just kind of sitting at home. So it's nice to go to school and keep the brain active. And my
yeah.
parents are happy. My parents are happy that I'm getting it
Ah,
done too.
football
So
matters, yeah, definitely. Who knows?
yeah,
You might get a better offer though in the NHL one day. You never know.
maybe. Who knows whether it's
You
on
just
the ice
never
or
know.
off the ice.
You never know who's watching, and I'll remember if you are.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
got
yeah.
you literally behind me. I don't know if you can see it in that
Oh,
corner.
I can see that. I didn't even
That is you
notice
in a
that.
frame there.
Love that.
I got that literally. That was only a couple of weeks ago. I asked the photographer to send me a few photos over what I want, and he sent them through, and he was posting them through like weeks and weeks ago. And bless him, he went, "Oh, just have these on me, mate, because I've took so long sending you." And then I thought, yeah, I'll get that printed out. And I was thinking, well, when I see you in person, I'll get you to sign it because it looked really sick in the frame. But
For
I'll
sure.
we'll sort it out. But I thought it was a nice little addition to everything. That's why I've got my stuff behind me is me
I
Coventry.
can see it. Yeah, that's
I've
cool.
got like me and Grayson there when I did the puck drop, but everyone gives me a lot of stick for the puck drop. And Grayson said he said to me he didn't realise what happened, but I think he did. I think he was being a bit kind to me. So when we were doing the puck drop, I was already in an awkward position because obviously I've had this knee injury. And
Hmm.
as I did the puck drop, I went to shake hands with Ollie from Nottingham, perfectly fine to the left of me. And
Yeah.
I don't know why my brain just wouldn't work. And I went to turn to shake Mason's hand, and I missed, and I took his finger, and
Oh no.
shaking his finger. It looked so embarrassing. And everyone was looking at me like I said to myself, I hope nobody saw that. I came off the ice, came back round to my friends, and they was like, why did you shake his hand like that? And I was like, oh. I was like, I didn't mean to. And then as I got after the game, I had a message from loads of Nottingham fans who didn't go to the game. They were watching it on the stream, and they even saw it on TV. So all my friends on TV saw it, and I was like, "Did you really shake his finger?" And I was like, I did. I'm sorry." And then
Yeah.
I messaged Grayson saying, "I am so sorry about that. It was a bit awkward." And he was like, "I don't even know what you're talking about." And I was like, "I shook your finger." And he went, "Yeah, I didn't notice. I was probably too in the moment of the game." And I was like, "You probably was, but it was pretty embarrassing from my point of view." So every time
Yeah.
I see that picture, I'm like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's me Coventry. You don't want to see. You weren't very
Don't
happy.
want to see the New York Rangers with all he's got on this side.
So massive fan. But no, again, I want to thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Since I know you're busy, so thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Had a great time chatting.
Yeah, definitely. Cheers, mate.